Hello, everybody. This is Apba Brian and Apba Baseball Classics, bringing to you game number 77 of the King of the Hill tournament. Today we have the 1969 New York Mets at the new Kings of the Hill, the 1969 Baltimore Orioles. In this game, we're going to use a new system. Several months ago, I published a video talking about a new way to think about Apba. And in that, I take left-right splits into account using basic Apba. And what I do is I go through, I have to have the master ratings. Those are on the bottom of these cards. This is the 69 Mets. Tommy Agee is a +3 against left-handed pitchers and a -3 against right-handed pitchers. So anytime from 3 through 7 on the +3, I lower the pitcher's grade by 1 level. So Dave McNally would be a C pitching to Tommy Agee. Files a +4, so he'd be lowered also. He'd be a C. McNally. +1 would not change. 2 or less, the plus or minus doesn't change the pitcher's grade. -7 for Jerry Groh would add 2 or add 1 to McNally. He'd be a grade A pitcher. If he was an 8, I would add 2. And there is the -8 here. But Harrelson would add a -2. And the -2 would increase McNally's pitcher grade to a C pitcher. Let's take a look at the Baltimore Orioles. And they're facing a right-handed pitcher, Gary Gentry. No changes here. -5 would raise Gentry's grade to A. He's a B pitcher. -4 would raise him to an A. +3 would lower him to a C. The pluses on the batter's card favor the batters. -3 would raise the pitcher grade to A, -4 to an A. And so that's how we'll look at it. I'm using the basic Apba rules, the ABNRLM boards today. That's Apba Baseball Nostalgic Retro Mail League. And we're ready to go. This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. For the starting lineups. For the 1969 Mets, you have Agee, File, and Jones, Clendenin, Shamsky, and Grote, Weiss, Harrelson, and Gentry on the mound. For the Orioles, Blair, Buford, Robinson, Powell, Johnson, Brooks Robinson, Echeverria, Belanger, and Dave McNally, a grade B pitcher, YZ modifier, on the mound. That center fielder, Tommy Agee, steps into the box, and here's a pitch from lefty Dave McNally. 4-2 is a swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 gone. Brings up Bobby File, the second baseman. 5-6 is a 34. McNally has a Weiss, so that's another strikeout. McNally has fanned the first 2 Mets. Here's Cleon Jones, 340 hitter in 1969. 4-6 is a swing and a miss. Dave McNally strikes out the side in the top of the first. At the bottom of the first, no score with the Orioles coming to bat. All right, Gary Gentry is on the mound for the Mets. He was not a pitcher until he went to junior college, and he led his junior college to a national title. Transferred to Arizona State University and did the same thing at Arizona State. Led Arizona State to the national title. Gary Gentry is a grade B wide pitcher, and Paul Blair steps into to the batter's box for the Orioles. 1-3 is a 40. Tommy Agee is a rated 3 center fielder. That's going to be a fly out to center fielder. And Agee's rating makes a big difference in that play. It would have been a single if he was second column and a double if he was a third column center fielder. Don Buford's the batter. 4-4 roll is a 8. Ground ball hits shortstop Bud Harrelson. Fires at the first base. Buford is retired. Here is Frank Robinson. Homered, I believe, in his first game for the Orioles in this project. 1 for 3 with a homer and RBI. 4-2 is a base on balls. Game's first base runner. He is fast. Brings up Boog Powell. 304 with 37 homers. 6-6 rolls a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. A 2-run home run by Boog Powell. Puts the Orioles on top in the first inning, 2-0. Here's Davey Johnson with 2 outs, and now the base is clear. Gentry goes into the windup. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third base. Fielded by Al Weiss. The throw to first retires Johnson. But the Orioles get on top 2-0 with the 2-run home run by Boog Powell. We go to the top of the second. Don Clendenin leads off for the Mets. He rolls a 3-1, which is going to be a base hit for Don Clendenin. Fast runner at first, Art Shamsky. Not a good hit and run candidate. There's only 131 on his card, and he is a 300 hitter, so I don't want to mess with his batting average. Here's the pitch to Shamsky. 5-4 is a fly out to right fielder Frank Robinson. Catcher Jerry Grote. And again, he's a -7, so that makes McNally a grade A instead of B. 5-4 is a fly out to right field. Frank Robinson on the play defensively. Here's Al Weiss. 1-5 is a 10. That's a base hit for Al Weiss. Clendenin goes to third, and Weiss steals second on the next pitch. So second and third with 2 gone. Chance for Bud Harrelson to tie the score with a base hit here. It's going to be tough. He's at -2. He was going to raise McNally's grade 2 levels to AC. 4-1 is a ground out to shortstop. That ends the inning. So let's revisit that. Bud Harrelson is a -8 against left-handed pitchers, so that makes McNally go up 2 pitching grades to A and then AC. And for him to get a hit, he'd have to have a hit on the A column and the C column. He had a hit on the A column, but the C column, he was out. So he's out. Bottom of the second, still 2-0 Baltimore. All right, Hall of Fame third baseman Butch Robinson leads off the last of the second inning, rolls a 3-1. That's going to be a base on balls. Brooksy is a slow runner, quick fielding his position, but a man who is slow of foot, so we'll play it safe with him on the base pass. Andy Etchebarren's a batter. He is a +5, so Gentry's grade goes down to a C. 1-6 is a ground ball to shortstop. Bud Harrelson's fielding column 1, and that's going to be a fielder's choice, with Robinson being out 6-4, and now Etchebarren's the runner at first. Here's Mark Belanger, the blade. 1-2 is a roller to the second baseman File, who flips to Harrelson, and then over to first to Clendenin for a 4-6-3 double play. We go to the top of the third, 2-0 Baltimore. All right, pitcher Dave McNally was born in Billings, Montana. He was raised by his mother because his father was a casualty. He was killed in the Battle of Okinawa in World War II. 4-3 roll for the pitcher, Gary Gentry, leading off for the Mets, and he swings and misses for strike 3. 4 strikeout for McNally. Tommy Agee was also a strikeout victim. 40 his first time up. 43 is a comebacker, hit back to McNally. Throw to first. 2 outs. And now Bobby File is the batter. 5-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 5 strikeouts for McNally. Go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 Baltimore. Oriole pitcher leads off the last of the third. 5-1 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Gentry's first strikeout. Here's Motormouth Paul Blair, flied out the center his first time up. 3-3 roll. He gets into this one. It's going to be a second column roll. 2-6 is a double for Paul Blair. Don Buford's turn to bat. He was a .291 hitter in 69. Gentry from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Don Clendenin at first. He flips to Gentry covering. Buford's out for the second out. At second. Blair goes to third. Here's Frank Robinson. One 4 is a fly out to left field, caught by Cleon Jones, and that ends the Orioles' hopes in the third inning. No runs on a hit. We go to the top of the fourth. Baltimore 2 and New York nothing. All right, in the 69 World Series, Cleon Jones scored the winning run in the final game and caught the final out. He will lead off the top of the fourth for New York, and he gets a 6-6 roll. Was a hit column roll. 61 is a double for Cleon Jones, putting him in scoring position right off the bat. He raised his average 43 points in 1969. Brings up Don Clendenin with no outs. McNally with a stretch. Here's the pitch. Clendenin hits a ground ball to Brooks Robinson at first, who throws across the diamond to retire Clendenin, but Cleon Jones goes to third with 1 out, 90 feet away. Here is 300 hitter Art Shamsky. Baltimore will play the infield in. 3-1 is a 9. Shamsky's 2-1 or -2 doesn't change McNally's pitching grade. And that's a RBI single for Art Shamsky. Drives home the first run for New York. Shamsky gets a slow runner at first. Will play it safe. Jerry Groy is the batter, 1-5. Popped up on the infield. Davey Johnson's calling for it and makes the catch. 2 outs. Al Weiss. 4-3 is going to end the inning with a slow roller to McNally. 1 run on 2 hits. Bottom of the fourth, it's the Orioles 2, Mets 1. All right, Boog Powell led the way in the home run department for the Orioles in 1969, driving 37 balls over the wall. And he hit one in this game in the first inning. Here's the pitch to Boog Powell. 1-1 roll. That's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. Home run for Boog Powell. 2 home runs today. And if it's another one, it'll be the 4th time in his career he's had a 3 home run game. Orioles 3, Mets 1. Here's Davey Johnson. 5-4 is a fly ball to right field. That's put away by Art Shamsky. Brings up Brooks Robinson. Walked his first time up. This time he hits a fly to left field. Cleon Jones with a catch, 2 outs. Here's Andy Etchebarren. He is a +5 against right-handed pitcher, so Gentry becomes a C pitcher. 3-1 is a base on balls. Brings up Belanger, the shortstop. 4-1 is going to be a ground out to his counterpart, Bud Harrelson, at shortstop. 1 run on 1 hit and 1 left. We go to the top of the 5th. Orioles 3 and the Mets 1. All right, Buddy Harrelson leads off for New York. And he rolls a 4-1, which is a ground out to short. Leads that pitcher, Gary Gentry. Fly ball to right field, caught by Frank Robinson. 2 up and 2 down for the Mets in the 5th. Here's Tommy Agee. And 2-4 is going to be a swing and a miss for strike 3. 6 strikeouts now for Dave McNally. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway through. Orioles up by 2. All right, McNally leads off for Baltimore. 5-3 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Gentry. Here's Motormouth, Paul Blair. Not an ounce of fat on that guy's body. He was quite an athlete. 3-2 is a ground ball to second base. Bobby Field throws to Clendenin at first, 2 outs. Don Buford. 3-5 is a base on balls. Fast runner, he's on base now for the first time. Frank Robinson, the batter. 2-2 roll for Robinson. All right, he's a -5. So that changes Gentry to a grade A pitcher. It's still a base hit, I believe. Nope, it's not. It's a ground out to third base. And that closes out the inning. No runs and 1 left. Top of the 6th, Baltimore 3 and New York 1. All right, Bobby Files, first batter for the Mets. He's just trying to hit the ball. He has struck out twice. 1-2 is a ground ball to Davey Johnson at second base. Throws to Boo Powell. Files retired. Now Cleon Jones. Jones is 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. He rolls a 2-1. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Number 7 for McNally. Don Clendenin. 6-1 is a ground out to shortstop Mark Belanger. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-1 Baltimore. All right, here's the man of the hour. Boog Powell homered his first 2 times up today. 1-2. He almost did it again. This time it's a ground ball to second base. Just missed that third bomb by a digit. Here is Davey Johnson. Johnson picks up the slack and gets a second column roll. 1-5 is a double for Davey Johnson. 1 out, runner in scoring position for Brooks Robinson. Robinson lifts a fly ball to Cleon Jones in left. 2 outs. Andy Etchebarren. He makes Gentry a C pitcher. 2-3 is a ground out to third base. Or actually it's a strikeout, excuse me. No runs on a hit. No errors and 1 left. We go to the 7th. 3-1 Baltimore. All right, this is the point of fatigue inning for our starting pitchers. 3 bad things happen to them. They will lower their pitching grade 1 level. And Art Shamsky leads off for the Mets and draws a walk. That's the first bad thing to happen to Shamsky. 2 more and he'll be tired. Jerry Grote's the batter. Shamsky is a slow runner. We'll play it safe. Grote is a -7 against left-handers. That will raise McNally's grade to an A. 7 on an A is going to be a ground out to third base. And runner goes to second. So now Shamsky's on second. And that's an example where raising his pitching grade brings him out. Here's Al Weiss. He doesn't change McNally's grade. He's still a B. 5-1 is a 9. That's a base hit for Al Weiss. Shamsky's slow. He stops at third. First and third Mets. only one gone. I believe the Orioles will play double play depth for Bud Harrelson if they pitch to him at all. He's a -8 against left-handed pitchers. They're going to pitch to him. That raises McNally to an AC pitcher, and they're playing double play depth. 2-3 is a 33. That play result has a Y, so it's a strikeout, the 8th for McNally. 2 gone, normal depth for the infield, and pitcher Gary Gentry is due up. All right, manager Gil Hodges is going to bring up a pinch hitter for his pitcher. That's going to be Ron Swoboda. He's actually he's right-handed batter. +1 against lefties. So McNally remains a B. Ron Taylor's warming up in the bullpen. All right, first and third, 2 gone. Here's the pitch to Swobo. 21 is a swing and a miss, strike 3, 9th strikeout for for Dave McNally. 7th inning stretch time, Orioles 3, Mets 1. All right, Ron Taylor is the new pitcher. He's a grade B pitcher with a Z modifier. He is a Canadian out of Toronto, Canada. Mark Belanger steps into the box for Baltimore. 5-1. Belanger hits a ground ball to shortstop. He's grounded out 3 times today. Dave McNally, pitcher. 4-2 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 gone. Top of the order, and Paul Blair. Blair gets a walk. He's a fast man. And Don Buford, the batter, 291 hitter and 69. There's a stretch and a pitch by Taylor, 53 is a 15. And Kurt Blunt, Buford is hit by the pitch. First and second. Taylor pitching himself into some difficulty with Frank Robinson coming to bat, followed by Boog Powell. 3-2 is a ground out to shortstop, so he gets out of trouble. Top of the 8th, Orioles up 3-1. All right, Mets have 6 outs to make up 2 runs. Tommy Agee, top of the order, leads off. 3-6 is a ground ball to third base. Smooth feeling vacuum cleaner at third. Brooks Robinson throws out Tommy Agee. Brings up Bobby File. 5-5 is an 8. Ground ball to Bobby Johnson at second base. 2 outs. And here is Cleon Jones. 1-3 is a base on balls. Jones will get the tying run to the plate by patiently drawing a walk. That is the second walk surrendered by Dave McNally. He struck out 8. Don Clendenin, the batter. 4-3 is a comebacker back to the mound. McNally fields it and throws to Boog Powell at first. Go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Orioles are still up by 2. Ron Taylor remains the pitcher. He's going to be in his point of fatigue inning as a rated reliever and be facing Boog Powell, who has hit a fly ball deep to right. Shamsky has room and makes the catch. Boog Powell is 2 for 4 with 2 home runs. Here's Davey Johnson. Ground ball to third. Al Weiss scoops and throws across the diamond. 2 outs. Here's Brooks Robinson. 0 for 2. He's fly out the left twice and walked. And now he hits a ground ball to second base. Go to the top of the 9th. Orioles up by 2. All right, manager Earl Weaver is going to go to his closer, Eddie Watt, to pitch the 9th inning. He is a grade A-C pitcher. McNally throws 8 innings, gives up 1 earned run. He stands to get the win if Watt can close the door. Art Shamsky leads off for New York in the top of the 9th. He rolls a 3-6, which is a ground ball to first baseman Boog Powell, who fields it and steps on first by himself. 1 out. Jerry Grody. Watt is a AC pitcher. He's a +1, so that doesn't change his pitching grade. 5-1 is a 9. Jerry Grody strikes out, caught looking. 2 outs. Al Weiss. 5-3 is a 21. Need another dice roll. 1. Go to fielding column 3, and that's going to be an error on Boog Powell. Keeps the Mets alive, and what's more, brings a potential tie and run to the plate in Bud Harrelson, maybe. Mets are going to pitch it for Harrelson. We had no home runs in 69. They're going to bring up Duffy Dyer. He's a right-handed hitter, but -3 will, you can't raise Watt. He's going to still, no, he can't. He'd be an AB pitcher. But we're hoping for the Mets will be hoping for a 6-6 roll for that one, which is a home run. He had 3 homers and 74 bats. 2 gone, last chance for the Mets. 5-4 is a fly ball to right field. Duffy tried. It ends up flying out to Boog Powell, and that ends the ball game. Final score, Baltimore Orioles 3 and the New York Mets 1. All right, the Baltimore Orioles are 2-0 now, and they are the current kings of the hill. The Mets scored 1 run on 5 hits and no errors. The Orioles 3 runs on just 4 hits and no errors. Boog Powell provided all the offense for the Orioles. 2 home runs, one was a 2-run homer in the first inning. Dave McNally gets the win. He pitched 8 innings, gave up 1 earned run, and Gary Gentry the loss. 6 innings, gave up 3 earned runs. Boog Powell is the MVP of today's game. Baltimore Orioles will go forward as Kings of the Hill, and they will play 1971 Pittsburgh Pirates and Roberto Clemente. Hope you enjoyed this game. 3-1 final for the Orioles. Have a good day, and may God bless.